determine the maximum load that can be resisted by the bracket shown in below figure by fillet weld of size 6 mm if it is shop welding. So now we have to determine the maximum load that can be resisted by the bracket as shown in the below figure. I will show you that figure. So the weld type is a fillet weld and the size is 6 mm. Okay. And one important thing, if it is a shop welding, so how we will determine the maximum load. Okay. So I will draw the diagram here. The bracket is like this. Okay. The welding portion is this one, top and the bottom and side like this. This is the welding portion and this is the XX and YY sections. Okay. The load is acting here, the P. Okay. And the distances they given like this. This is the 140 and also this is the 240 mm. And the D is they given 320. Okay. And this is the bottom right corner. So this one is the bottom right corner. So if you observe here in this problem, the section XX and YY, this is a G, center of gravity, and 140 distance of this one, and this one is the 240 mm. So anyway, we will solve the problem to find the force and other those things. Okay. So now we have to calculate the P. So I will write the first one. Size of weld equal to 6 mm. So if it is a fillet weld, what is the throat thickness? The throat thickness is 0.7 into 6. So we will get 4.2 mm. So this is the throat thickness. So now consider the area of the weld which has channel shape and width is 4.2 mm throughout that one. Okay, if you see here in this diagram, the weld is in the C type, C channel section. Okay, and we will consider this one the width as a 4.2 mm. So now calculate the total area of the weld equal to 320 into 4.2 plus 140 into 4.2 into 2. So 320 into 4.2 here. So 320 into the 4.2 is the thickness, through thickness or width, whatever it may be. So this side, and if you take here 140 into this thickness and also this thickness, so total 2 times are there. So 140 into 4.2 into 2. So I wrote here. So if you take 4.2 common, this is 600 into 4.2 mm square. This is the total area of the weld. Okay. Now due to symmetry, so it is a symmetry, and centroidal XX axis is the at mid of the vertical weld. So let's consider YY axis. So we have to consider this YY axis. Okay, at a distance of x bar from the vertical weld. So now we will calculate the x bar. So x bar equal to 140 into 4.2 b into d multiply with the 70 is the half distance at the both the weldings. Okay, by 600 into 4.2. So this is the area. Okay, so we will get around 32.67 mm. Okay, so now calculate the Ixx, that is the moment of inertia, that is BD cube by 12. B is nothing but 4.2, D is nothing but 320 by 12, plus this is one side. So if you see here, this is for this case we are taking BD cube by 12. But what about this side, top and bottom of the well? This is the 140 and also thickness is 4.2. So that is the, I will write here 140 into 4.2 into, we have to give the, this is the area, and also 160 square. So 160, how we calculated the length from the bracket to edge, that is 240. So it is, we have to take half of this portion. We will take so not once, this is the 320 by 2, the D value. So this is the BD cube, so BD square, so whatever it may be, okay, the area into D square. So we get 160. So here 160 square into two sides. So finally Ixx we will get 415,744,000 mm square. So now to Yy, okay. So this is BD cube by 12 plus area into x square or y square, whatever it may be. So through xx means area into x square, area into y square. Okay, area is 140 into 4.2. Same like that for Iyy, 320 into 4.2 into 32.67 square, plus this is how we calculated. This is the D value. This is 4.2 and also the 32.2 the x bar value. So when you consider the YY section, so plus 2 into BD cube by 12, that is B is 143, B is 1, D is the 4.2, plus BD 4.2 into 140 plus the 70, whatever it may be, I can told you already, minus we have to remove 32.67 whole square. Okay, here you will see, you will observe here, this from this 140 we have to take off of this portion, that will we will get the 70. So from this 70, the x bar whatever we got, we have to remove that one, that is the 32.67 square. Okay, then you will get the answer Iyy equal to 4994080 mm power 4. Then what about Izz equal to Ixx plus Iyy? So you will get 46568480 mm square. Then what about R max? I told you already formula. So the R max equal to, we have to calculate square root of 160 square, that is half of the 320, that is the D value, and D square same like that, 140 minus 32.67, okay, square root, then we will get 192.66 mm. So this one, after that we have to calculate the tan theta equal to, that is a 160 by 140 minus 32.67, then theta we will get 56.15 degrees. Okay, and now eccentricity of the load from the center of gravity of the well, how we will calculate eccentricity of load from the center of gravity of weld. E equal to 240 plus 140 minus 32.7. So eccentricity is actually, it is from here. Okay, I will show you. Eccentricity is this one from here to here. Okay, so this one is a 240 and up to this point the value is 32.7. We have to remove that one. So then we will get the eccentricity. The value we got 347.33 mm. Okay, now after finding the eccentricity, let's P with the P we know P is PB in kilonewtons. So now direct shear stress, I have to calculate the direct shear stress. The formula I already told you, Q1 equal to P in 1000 by total area. So load P we don't know. Okay, that is a unknown parameter. But area we have 600 into 4.2. So once if you solve this one, we will get the answer 0.396968 P Newton per mm square. This is the first step of direct shear stress. And next one, we have to calculate the shear stress at extreme edge due to torsional moment. The Q2 value is P into E into R max by IZZ. The P value is the unknown P into 1000. The eccentricity is we already calculated 347.33 and R max equal to 192.66 by IZZ. We calculated the value for the IZZ is 46568480. So once if you calculated this one, the shear stress at the extreme edge due to the torsional moment, we will get 1.4370 P Newton per mm square. So after calculation of Q1 and Q2, now we have to calculate the resultant stress. The resultant stress formula is square root of Q1 square Q2 square plus 2Q1 Q2 cos theta. So here Q1 is nothing but, if you take the P value is common, then square root of 0.3968 square plus 1.4370 square plus 2 into 0.3968 into 1.4370 into cos 56.15. Then we will get the answer 1.69046 P. Okay. So once if you calculate the resultant stress, next we have to calculate the weld can resist a stress of Fu by root 3. We know this formula by factor of safety 1.25. So Fu is we are taking 410 grades of plates by root 3 into 1.25. So once if you calculated this one, we will get the answer 189.37 Newton per mm square. This is the weld can resist a stress. But what we got is finally we got this one, the resultant stress 1.69046 P. But how much weld can resist the stress? 189.37. So if you equate both, we will get the maximum stress, we will get the answer. So equating maximum stress to resist that stress is 1.69046 P equal to 189.37. So once if we calculated the value, we get 112 kilonewton. So this is the P value what we got here.